It's a Saturday morning on Tampa's Inner Bay Peninsula. While running errands, I happened upon the Port Tampa switcher, dropping a boxcar to a newsprint company. I believe all these cars are loaded, and they're really making that old track structure groan. This is usually an overnight job, so it's rare to see this work in daylight. One customer getting one car. Even though railroads don't often seek this kind of business anymore, there's still a lot of it. It's why CSX and other big railroads keep small engines like this Chessie-era GP40 and keeps rebuilding them. This one is a GP40-3. It's risky to run anything heavier than 4-axle power on many of these old industrial tracks. There's a switcher in Plant City almost every day. I caught this one on a Saturday morning. 0709 has come out from Yeoman Yard in Tampa to work businesses in Plant City. It's come up from the fruit packing and cold storage park out near the airport and is now heading to the Coronet area on the Plant City sub. He's passing a signal named Lake Wales Junction. Now, Lake Wales is 39 track miles from here. Why would this signal be called that? In the early 20th century, this was the seaboard route from Tampa out to the Miami main line. Freights from South Florida came via Tampa, Brandon, Plant City, Welcome, Edison, Mulberry, Bartow, and Westlake Wales, where they turned right toward Miami. And so, Lake Wales Junction. What you're really wondering about, I know, is that chattering in the background.
Compound miter call. Here we go. Nice item. Somebody give me 100 and a half. 100 down, anyone a bit 175. 75, 50.
Lake Wales Junction is right next to an auction house, and every Saturday morning they auction off a load of, let's just say, budget-priced items.
50, 50, but you get $10. $10. $5. 5, 7 and a half. 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 Soda's $5 bill. Buy number 17. You want them both? Say yes. Take them both times 2.
$5 for 2 electric weed eaters. Amidst this bargaineering, 0709's conductor has lined the manual switch and entered the Plant City subdivision southbound. 2 miles down the line, he's stopping to switch International Paper, a distribution center at which goods are brought in by boxcar and delivered to customers via truck. Here's where switching takes some thinking ahead. The engineer, on the conductor's orders, pulls the train ahead to the point where the loaded car destined for the customer comes up to but not past the switch. Conductor uncouples the head of the train from the loaded car and tells the engineer to pull ahead until the train clears the switch point.
Good when you stop, 2770. Now you get protection when you get them stopped.
Conductor then lines the switch for the company track and orders the engineer to start backing up. They back into the customer's yard, hook on to the empty boxcar, and pull it out onto the main, clearing the switch.
Hey, you got another 6 more, 2770, 6 of them. 6, looking out.
The engineer backs the train onto the loaded boxcar beyond the switch. Conductor must then walk to the other end of the loaded boxcar and uncouple it from the bottom of the train.
Got them rolling.
Then ahead with the consist.
Anywhere there's good when you stop.
Reverse the switch.
2770, clear of all tracks, we're lined in. So take it all the way in when you're ready.
And back the loaded car into the customer's yard and spot it at his loading dock.
Got room for about 7 behind us. Hey, you got another 6 more, 2770, 6 of them. 6, looking out.
I didn't fly any further over the property because A, I would have lost visual sight of the drone, which is against the rules, and B, you can't see that spot from the ground anywhere on public property. So I keep my distance. You can't see this from public property either, but it's a nice view, and I didn't think anyone would mind. At milepost SV 825.6 on the Plant City subdivision, this is Danny Harmon, out.
15 feet. about 10 feet. 5. That's good. Stretch.